Welcome to another season of Eat, Play and Stay, the show that books you a room at the best hotels, saves you a seat at the finest restaurants and gives you the inside scoop on some of the hottest bars and night spots from right across Australia. We're here at the Meat and Wine Co by the famous Yarra River in Melbourne's CBD. And this week on the program, we'll be showing you some great holiday hotspots for the whole family in country Victoria. Then we'll be heading across the Tasman to the picturesque Port Arthur. But first up, we're kicking things off in style in South Australia's famous wine regions, the Barossa Valley and McLaren Vale. I'm standing on the grounds of Australia's largest chateau, which is also home to the Barossa Valley's very first winery. Chateau Tanunda was established in 1890 and is one of the most impressive and prestigious wine estates in the world. Joining us now is Jackie Thorne, who is the Estate Experience Manager. Jackie, you have such a gorgeous site here. I can imagine this would just be perfect for weddings.
Absolutely, Marlia. We have lots of brides who come here and just fall in love with the place. But we also have corporates who love the croquet greens and our cricket pitch. We've had some massive music events here over the years and an international cricket match.
Wonderful. Well, in addition to these functions, what else can people do? What can they expect when they come here?
Well, of course, they can come to our cellar door and taste our wines, enjoy some lunch and some coffee and cake. But we've also just started some cellar door winery tours where they engage with our history and heritage here. They get to meet our winemaker and go through some winemaking processes and of course a VIP tasting at the end.
Joining us now in the VIP tasting room is winemaker Stuart Vaughan. Now, I believe Chateau Tanunda has been winning some fantastic accolades recently.
We have indeed, and I think that really stems from the chateau's approach and philosophy. So, as a small family-owned chateau, very private company, so we're able to experiment with our wines and our vineyards. We've got 250 acres of vineyards across the Barossa Valley, spanning the very high altitude, cooler climates, right down through the Barossa floors.
Brilliant. Well, tell us about these wines that you've selected for us today.
The Grand Barossa Shiraz here, recently awarded in the top 100 wines of the world with the famous Wine Spectator magazine, and also rates in their top 10 best value wines for the year. The Three Graces, an interesting blend. You wouldn't often see Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Merlot from the Barossa. It's starting to really light the world up and show people what we can do. And of course the Everest, our top Shiraz, which with the 2005 vintage, the International Wine and Spirit Competition in London, the Olympic Games, if you will, of the wine world, gave it the best Shiraz in the world.
Well, there you have it, plenty of great wines here at Chateau Tanunda, and they always have fantastic events going on as well. For a list of the latest events, jump onto their website for more information. Welcome to the famous Chapel Hill Winery on the coast of northern McLaren Vale in South Australia. Joining us is winemaker Michael Fragos, who has selected some of his favourite wines for us to take a look at today. Well, firstly, tell us about the one I'm drinking here.
Thanks, Marlia. This first wine is our 2011 Vescovo McLaren Vale White, and this is a new addition to our range, and it's a white blend that we've put together to really capture some of the personality and charm about McLaren Vale. This is our 2010 McLaren Vale Bushvine Grenache. This is a sentimental favourite of mine, this wine, and having grown up in McLaren Vale, we've been surrounded with some of these amazing old, decrepit, gnarly bush vines, and some of the grapes were sourced from a vineyard that was planted in 1926, so some amazing old vineyards that go into this wine.
Absolutely. And to bring us home, what do we have here?
And that's our flagship wine. It's always a nice way to finish, and that's our 2010 The Vicar McLaren Vale Shiraz. And this is a vineyard selection of the best possible parcels of Shiraz that we make every year that are blended together to give a wine of real depth and brewed in strength.
Rebecca, the meals you've prepared look absolutely fantastic. Tell us a bit about the inspiration behind your menu.
Well, out in McLaren Vale, we have got so many passionate growers. So it's really quite easy using the fantastic produce around the area and matching it with the produce that's grown in the area as well.
Definitely. And what have you prepared for us today?
Well, for our white, we've got a grilled chicken salad going with some pomegranates for a textural difference. With the reds, we've got the Grenache. We have a duck breast, which is free range, also local. With the main, going with the Vicar, we have a lamb shank, which has got some roasted Swiss brown mushrooms on a soft polenta with a little bit of the tomato sauce that it gets roasted in.
Now, I also believe that you have cooking classes here. Tell us how they work.
Well, we do. We run public classes throughout the year. If you look on our website, we have, I think it's about 10 different classes from cuisines all over the world. It's a fun environment, relaxing. You get to enjoy some fantastic wines, fantastic food from around the area, and a lot of learning, and it's a lot of fun.
The retreat can comfortably accommodate for groups of 8 to 100 and features 10 bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms. After visiting Chapel Hill Winery, you'll be sure to fall in love with the place. And don't forget, you can put their wines to the test in the historic cellar door behind me, which was built in 1865. Now, my recommendation is you pick a couple of your favourite wines and you take them home with you. Woodstock Estate in McLaren Vale in South Australia is the perfect place for the whole family. While the adults are enjoying a wine tasting in the cellar door, the kids can play in the animal sanctuary. And if you're too tired to leave after a long day of fun, they have on-site accommodation too. We're starting our tour with the on-site log cabin. It's ideal for a long weekend stay with a spacious lounge room and modern kitchen facilities. Situated right next door, you'll find the Woodstock Wildlife Sanctuary. The Wildlife Sanctuary grew from Woodstock Wine's director Scott Collett's decision to conserve approximately 3 hectares of natural scrub to showcase some of what the Australian natural world has to offer. Now, Scott, tell us a bit about Dusty here. I believe she had a famous encounter recently.
Yeah, Dusty was more famous than any of us here. We had a surprise visit by one Pink.
And she tweeted about Dusty and it went out to about 350,000 people, is that right?
Yeah, suddenly this picture was all over the world.
Whilst the kids play on the playground, make sure you find time to sample Woodstock's collection of fine wines. If you'd rather pair your wine with a mouth-watering meal, then the on-site restaurant Coterie has that covered. Now, Scott, you've selected a few wines for us today. Tell us a bit about those and how they match the dishes.
Thank you, Marley. Yes, we have a lot of fun with wine and food combinations. We've got a Grenache-based wine here called the octogenarian, which matches well with, noisy these birds, matches well with this prawn and risotto dish. We've got a big juicy steak which matches our the stock Shiraz made from 110-year-old Shiraz vines here in McLaren Vale, and we've got a very old fortified wine which goes well with with a 5-layered chocolate dish with mulberries and berries grown on the estate here. Looks delicious.
Now, Scott, tell us, what does Coterie mean and why did you name the restaurant Coterie?
Coterie can mean a circle of friends sharing a similar interest, and also can mean a semicircular building. So our restaurant is both of those things. It's used for parties and receptions and any excuse for a drink and enjoy good food and wine here in McLaren Vale.
Well, that's Woodstock Estate in McLaren Vale, the perfect place to eat, play and stay. Cheers. In its most basic form, the term organoleptic means perceived by the senses, and the team here at Simply Organoleptic place the utmost importance on sight, smell and taste when crafting their premium wines. And you can find them right here in South Australia's renowned McLaren Vale. Joining us now is Stephen Edwards from Simply Organoleptic. Stephen, tell us a bit about the concept behind Simply Organoleptic.
Simply Organoleptic was an idea that was born a few years ago, where we decided, because of the wording of organoleptic, where you use your senses to evaluate your senses of sight, smell and taste to evaluate wine, one could also say you can do exactly the same with food. So that's where the organoleptic side and the concept came along with.
That's great. And you also have an emphasis on British fare. Tell us a bit about this comfort food that you've prepared for us today.
Over here we've got our ploughman's dish. Now this is a very much traditional British dish in as far as that most of what's here is actually produced in-house. Our cod chips is sourced from a 3rd generation fishmonger who produces it locally. Our gammon steak, which is also once again a traditional meal, is the meat itself, the gammon, is sourced from a local butcher, and he again is a UK emigrant who's brought his skills to Australia and showcases them in this particular dish. And then because of the coronation chicken, which was, considering this is the Queen's Jubilee, and this dish was first devised for her coronation 60 years ago. And then finally we've got our traditional trifle. The wines that we chose today to showcase was our sparkling Shiraz, which was under the Simply O label, and that is a very fruity, driven wine, which all our wines are. One of the other things that we've tried to create here as a point of difference was to showcase in our upper and lower floor galleries artwork by a local artist, Trish Woods.
Well, I've tasted some great food. Now I'm going to take home some wonderful wine and local produce. Doesn't get much better than that here in McLaren Vale. Thank you, Karen. Now don't go anywhere, because after the break we take you camping in Uchiko, golfing in Moama and cruising along the Murray River, so stay tuned.
The twin riverside country towns of Uchiko and Moama are drenched in Australian history, and the Maidens Inn Holiday Park is no exception. In 1845, an ex-British convict by the name of James Maiden established a river crossing over the Murray and built this very concrete slab right here, which is known as Maidens Inn. Now, it's endured several incarnations as a hotel, a private residence. It even survived a destructive blaze, and today has reinvented itself, and I'll be honest, as one of the best holiday parks I've ever seen. And I simply can't wait to show you around. The holiday park sits in prime position right on the banks of the Murray River and is also near to the historic port of Uchiko. Offering a wide range of accommodation options from camping sites through to luxury riverside villas, Maidens Inn is sure to have something to suit any traveller's needs. The Riverview Villa sits at the higher end of the accommodation spectrum at Maidens Inn. The spacious villa features modern interior decor and can comfortably cater for up to 7 guests. The fully air-conditioned villa also boasts an LCD TV with DVD player and an outdoor deck that overlooks the river. For a little extra luxury, why not book a stay in one of the park's deluxe spa villas? This villa offers flexible bedding configurations to suit groups of 5 or 6 guests. If your holiday is more grassroots and one with nature in style, then the verdant caravan and camping sites provide easy access to power and water. The sprawling property also has non-powered campsites for those that are after a truly traditional camping experience. The kids are sure to love the inflatable jumping pillow and exploring the playground, while Mum and Dad take a dip in either of the 2 lagoon-style swimming pools. Grab a racket and head to the court for a game of tennis. So whether it's budget-style camping you're after, right through to luxurious cabin spaces, Maidens Inn Holiday Park promises to be the highlight of your family getaway. Get ready to climb on board your very own luxury houseboat and cruise along the majestic Murray River and let all the stress of city life just float on by. There's no better way to experience the natural beauty and wonder of the Uchiko-Moama area than navigating your own vessel on the Murray. The Murray River in Moama can be found just a 2.5-hour drive north of Melbourne, or arrive by light aircraft at Moama's local airport. So Pete, what about people who haven't really driven a boat before? Can anyone hire these?
Yeah, look, as long as you come with a driver's licence, a normal car driver's licence, anybody can drive. We take you for an hour lesson, and in that lesson we teach you how to park, use different parts of the boat, and just to make sure that you're right to go. And if you're not, we stay on a bit longer just to make sure.
And then the Murray River's yours?
It is, yeah. From basically Barmer to Torrumbury, which is roughly 160 kilometres of river. You can pull up at any beach you like and tie up, and you're secluded away from everybody.
So Pete, what a magic experience. How long do people usually hire the boat out for?
Look, yeah, we have different types of bookings that you can range from. Weekend is Friday to Monday, midweek is Monday to Friday, and then you can either have a week which is Friday to Friday, Monday to Monday, or if you really want to get away from it all, we do have 2-week hires.
So Pete, what a great way to spend a honeymoon even.
Yeah, honeymoon, we get a lot of honeymooners around. Also, we have corporate groups and multi-groups as well, so lots of family groups and stuff like that.
Guests can select from a diverse range of houseboats for hire, with the boat known as Magic One taking out top honours. The deluxe houseboat can effortlessly accommodate up to 12 people and features 4 queen-size bedrooms with changeable bedding configurations. You'll also find 2 generously sized bathrooms on board, as well as a fully functioning kitchen, personal bar, laundry facilities and comfortable air-conditioned living spaces. The luxurious boat's impressive top deck boasts a heated spa and barbecue area, making it the perfect spot for some late-night stargazing and revelry. So for something a little bit different when you're planning your next great escape, why not give the crew at Magic Murray Houseboats a call for a holiday experience you'll never forget. There's nothing like a holiday to the Uchiko area on the border of New South Wales and Victoria, about a 2.5-hour drive north of Melbourne. But if you're a golfing enthusiast like myself, you'll be thrilled to know that just moments away from the town centre, you'll find this state-of-the-art golfing getaway called the Rich River Golf Club Resort. So Richard, can you describe the 2 18 championship golf courses you've got here?
The east course to the rear of the car park has been around for 15 or so years. It's designed a little bit more specifically to the better players, more bunkers, a bit more challenging. Our west course is a little bit easier, wider fairways, a few more trees, but wide enough fairways to be a good round for the novice golfer.
So Richard, if we're just on a holiday driving through, we can drop in?
Oh, absolutely. We're definitely open to the public and most welcoming to see everybody. All you need to do would be to give us a ring and book.
The motel at Rich River Golf Club Resort has often been described as a hidden oasis. The 63-room complex surrounds the wonderful gardens, which house relaxing pools, your choice of indoor and outdoor spas, a fully equipped gym and sauna, a poolside barbecue and kids' play area. Once you've checked into the Rich River Golf Club Resort, why not treat yourself to a friendly game of croquet or lawn bowls? Or, if you're feeling energetic, hit the court for a spirited game of tennis. Now that you've worked up an appetite, why not head indoors to the Spike Bar and Members Lounge to shout the winner post-match drink? Next door, you'll find the James Maiden Bistro, where you can unwind and relax in the comfortable dining room with floor-to-ceiling windows which overlook the picturesque fairways. The James Maiden Bistro features an international buffet where you can enjoy a range of dishes from the grill, oven or pan, as well as delicious salads and desserts. Or alternatively, you can order from their a la carte menu. The Rich River Golf Club Resort certainly has something for everyone. But what keeps me coming back is the fun on the fairways. The Uchiko Holiday Park is bordered by the gently flowing waters of the famous Murray River and is centrally located in the charming Victorian country town of Uchiko, which lies around a 2.5-hour drive north of Melbourne. Now, this very popular and much loved holiday park stretches over 12 acres of picturesque bushland and has an array of accommodation styles from cabins to campsites to suit any budget. For that sense of country comfort, you can't go past the top-of-the-range Redwood cabin. Featuring 2 bedrooms, a bathroom and airy indoor living spaces, the comfortably furnished cabin is sure to meet all your holidaying needs. Additionally, the Uchiko Holiday Park boasts plenty of lush caravan and camping sites if you'd rather pitch a tent on the lawn with a few friends. Enhance your stay by making use of the on-site facilities, including 2 camp kitchens, 4 outdoor barbecue areas, a resort-style pool, a mud grass tennis court and children's playground. The park is also just a short stroll away from the heart of the Port Precinct, which is home to an impressive range of fine dining restaurants, hotel pubs and Uchiko's other unique local attractions, like taking a ride on an historical paddle steamer. So if you're after affordable, comfortable accommodation with family and friends in the heart of Uchiko, the team at Uchiko Holiday Park are sure to offer you an unbeatable deal.
After the break, we head south to the Apple Isle of Tasmania. But if you simply can't bear to wait, then jump online and follow Eatplayandstay on Facebook or subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. We'll be right back. Nestled between a beach, a forest, a national park and one of Australia's most profound historical sites, Stewards Bay Lodge provides deluxe accommodation in picturesque Port Arthur. Located a mere kilometre away from the Port Arthur historic site and about 80 kilometres from Hobart Airport, the Stewards Bay Lodge enables guests to stay in premium waterfront cabins. Visitors can choose from a variety of 1, 2 or 3 bedroom log cabins, or even upgrade their stay in a 1 or 2 bedroom deluxe spa chalet. The spectacular deluxe spa chalets are just as luxurious as the title proclaims. These magnificent lodges come in 1 or 2 bedroom configurations, making the first ideal for couples on a romantic getaway and the latter more suited to families or groups of friends. The chalet's elevated patio decks make for the perfect place to relax with a drink or two while taking in the serene beauty of the bay. You'll find you don't have to go far for some outdoor activities. Indulge in a game of tennis, relax in a hot tub amongst Mother Nature, or enjoy a barbecue with family and friends. For those who wish to pair that calming drink with a satiating meal, the on-site eatery known as Taylor's Waterfront Restaurant and Function Centre will have a dish to conquer the most voracious of appetites. The fully licensed restaurant's adjoining function rooms can also set the scene for your next corporate soiree or private party. With great accommodation, gorgeous natural scenery and the convenience of an on-site restaurant, it's easy to see why Stewards Bay Lodge is the perfect place to eat, play and stay. Step back in time to a place where Old English charm meets tranquil waterfront serenity in the historic Port Arthur. Fox and Hounds Inn is located on 24 acres of sprawling Tasmanian bushland and is just a 1.5 hour drive from Hobart. Guests can select from 28 beautifully appointed motel rooms that each boast large picture windows that guarantee unfettered waterfront views. All rooms feature an attractive red, black and white interior colour scheme. If more room is required, the 10 self-contained villa apartments can easily cater for up to 5 people, making them perfect for families or groups of friends. Lastly, but certainly not least, the exclusive Waterview Spa Suite is the perfect setting for couples to enjoy a romantic Port Arthur getaway. The on-site restaurant is the place to go for a delectable meal. Joining us in the Fox and Hounds on-site restaurant is head chef Mel. Thank you for joining us.
Not a problem, thank you.
Now tell us a bit about the type of cuisine that you offer here and these delicious dishes you've made for us.
Okay, we're sort of modern Australian cuisine, and today I've cooked our steak and kidney pie and a stuffed chicken breast and a Tasmanian Atlantic salmon with a herb crust.
It all looks wonderful, Mel. And the warmth of these dishes obviously matches the ambience in here. I could feel that just sitting here.
Yeah, it does. Warm and filling.
So, for picturesque waterfront accommodation in the heart of Port Arthur's stunning natural bushlands, be sure to remember the Fox and Hounds Inn, a sensational base to launch your next Great Apple Isle escape. After basking in the wonder of the Port Arthur historical site, you'll need somewhere to stay. And the 4-star Port Arthur Villas is just a short walk away from one of Tasmania's most popular tourist attractions. The Port Arthur Villas sit right across the road from the majestic Port Arthur historical site in the heart of the Tasmanian bushland and can be reached via a scenic 1.5 hour drive from Hobart. These 4-star fully self-contained villas provide guests with great value for money accommodation in the midst of a tranquil rural setting with gorgeous landscape lawns dotted with flowering garden beds. The companion rooms contain 2 bedrooms complete with queen-size beds and would perfectly accommodate a pair of holidaying couples. The family rooms provide suitable accommodation for families with older children. These rooms comfortably cater for up to 4 guests. If your travelling troupe requires a little extra space, then the large family villas should ensure that everyone has plenty of room. The villas can accommodate up to 5 people with a queen-size bed accompanied by a single and bunk bed. The studio villas are more appropriate for the single-child family and can sleep 3 guests.
All 6 of the units can be converted to one-bedroom villas, perfect for a romantic escape.
So when you're looking for somewhere to stay in Port Arthur with a home away from home feel, you can't go past Port Arthur Villas for quality, comfort and attentive service.
Give me somewhere to play, show me a place to stay.
Well, that just about wraps up the show for this week. Don't forget, if you'd like more information on any of the venues featured on tonight's program, then check out these fantastic websites. Well, it's bye from us here at the Meat and Wine Co at Southbank. Don't forget to tune in next week as we show you more great places to eat, play and stay.